Hello po, I am Jessamine G. Asuncion from BSIT 3A BPO. Capstone project as a thesis and a research work. Based from CHED Memorandum Order Number 25 Series of 2015, the thesis or capstone project are required for candidates for graduation in all computing programs. Both the thesis and capstone projects are terminal project requirement that would not only demonstrate a student comprehensive knowledge of the area of study and research methods used but also allow them to apply the concepts and methods to a specific problem in their area or specialization. What is a thesis? It is a report of a scholar upon some piece of research which he or she has completed. In the area of computing, it is defined as a technical report on a systematic investigation of a problem that can be solved using computing. It may include a solution, an approximate or partial solution, a scientific investigation, or the development of results leading to the solution of the problem. Capstone project, an undertaking appropriate to a professional field. It should significantly addressing an existing problem or need. An IT capstone project focuses on the infrastructured application or processes involved in implementing computing solution to a problem. Responsibilities of a capstone project student. Upon enrollment in thesis or capstone project, the researcher has the sole responsibility of conceptualizing, undertaking, monitoring, and writing the thesis report. It is therefore necessary for a researcher to learn the necessary skill and competency in the conduct of research. Although there will be an assigned advisor who will guide the student researcher in the conduct of the study. It is not the advisor's responsibility to feed everything to the researchers, because this defeats the purpose of teaching a researcher to be independent and to be competent. Besides, it will be the researchers who will present the result of the study in the final oral defense and not the advisor. A is the project duration. The thesis or capstone project will be completed within 2 semesters, Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2. In the case that the student will not be able to comply the requirements within the prescribed semester, he or she will be given another 2 semesters as extension to complete the capstone project. Failure to complete within the 4 semesters duration, the student will be required to re-enroll Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2, considering that the average lifespan of a software is 3 years. In case the student will pass thesis or Capstone Project 1 but will fail to complete Capstone Project 2 within 2 semesters, the student will be required to re-enroll thesis or Capstone Project 1 and thesis Capstone Project 2. B is the project group composition. The capstone project group will be composed of almost 3 members depending on the complexity of the project. The students will be allowed to choose their group members, but still, the subject teacher has the final decision to approve the said group depending on the capability of the members of the group. C is the project advisor. The dean or the program chair is given the authority to select the students' advisors and panel members based from the faculty members' competency and expertise on the capstone project topic. The selection of advisors for the capstone project will be limited to those faculty members from the ICT. Appointment of advisors from other departments, colleges, institutions, universities will be allowed on a case basis. Contract of Service or COS. Faculty members may handle capstone project advisorship provided that there be a permanent faculty member who will be a co-advisor to ensure that there will be somebody who will assume and advisorship once the contract of the firm is terminated. The maximum member of capstone project advisory is 5 per faculty member. The D is the panel composition. The dean or the program chair will assign qualified and competent faculty members who will continue constitute the defense panel. The defense panel shall be composed of the following: 1. Chairman, preferably the dean or the program chair or the faculty with at least master's degree. 2. Members, one may be a content expert. E. Duties and responsibilities of the panel chairman. Brief the proponents or researchers about the proposal hearing, oral defense program during the actual proposal hearing or oral defense respectively. Issue the verdict. The verdict is an unanimous decision among the 3 members of the thesis or capstone project proposal, hearing or oral defense panel. Once issued, it is final and irrevocable. Nominate a thesis or capstone project for the Outstanding Research or Capstone Project Award. Duties and responsibilities of panel members or content expert. Validate the endorsement of the advisor. The panel serves as internal auditors, putting some form of check and control on the kinds of thesis or capstone project being approved by the college. Evaluate the deliverables, recommend a verdict, listen and consider the request of the advisor and or the proponents or the researchers. Nominate a thesis or capstone project for the outstanding research or capstone project. Duties and responsibilities of the project thesis or capstone project subject advisor. The subject teachers by default advisor appointed and to allow the student to raise and clarify issues. Select proposal, hearing, and oral defense panel for each team. Schedule research, capstone project activities such as the deadlines of deliverables, and proposal hearing and oral defense sessions. Post schedules, proposal hearing and oral defense guidelines, requirements guidelines, and other announcements. Furnish every member of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel with all necessary capstone project document before the proposal hearing or oral defense. File at least 1 copy of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel's evaluation, including revisions, and the revise and approve their deliverables at every stage of the research capstone project. Submit collated grades of students under his or her section for that term. Duties and responsibilities of the advisor. Ensures that the students proposed by the students conforms to the standard of the college and has immediate or potential impact on the research trust on the university. Guides the research or capstone project students in the following tasks while in the proposal stage. Defining the research problems or objectives in clear specific terms. Building a working bibliography for the research. Identifying variables and formulating hypotheses, if any. Determining research design population to the studied research environment, instruments to be used, and the data collective procedures. Meets the team regularly at least twice a month. Note, the team must seek proper appointment to answer questions and help resolve impasses and conflicts. Advisor must remind the proponents or researchers to do their work properly. Reviews thoroughly all deliverables at every stage of the research or capstone project to ensure that they meet the department's standards. The advisor may also require his or her proponents, researchers to submit progress reports regularly. Recommends the proponents or researchers for proposal hearing and oral defense. The advisor should not sign the proposal hearing notice and the oral defense notice if he or she believes that the proponents or researchers are not yet ready for proposal hearing or and oral defense respectively. Thus, if the proponent or researchers fail in the proposal hearing or oral defense, it is particularly the advisor's fault. Clarifies points during the proposal hearing and oral defense. Ensures that all required revisions are incorporated into the appropriate documents and/or software. Keeps informed of the schedule of research or capstone project activities required, deliverables, and deadlines. Recommends to the proposal hearing and oral defense panel the nomination of his or her research capstone project for an award. As a special advisor, he or she is responsible to be a provider, a encourager, a dictator, a pushy boss, a connector, an employment agency. This is Capstone Project Presentation. As recommended by the Philippine Society of IT Education or PSITE, Research Committee public presentation is required. It should be a school-based presentation open for public viewing. Lastly, the thesis or capstone project turnover. Project turnover is limited to the software developed, not including the equipment using during implementation as stated in the MOU. In the event that the student is willing to donate the equipment, it must be stated in the MOU.